Today we will be learning all about how to play the game The Settlers of Catan, which can be played online or in person. First, let's look at how to build the board game. At first glance, this game has a lot of pieces, but let's focus on 5 different types of terrain hexes first. There is a mountain hex, a forest hex, a field hex, a hills hex, a pastures hex, and 1 desert hex. This is where the robber is placed. Shuffle the hex cards and randomly place them within the board. When finished, your board should look like this. This game requires you to use numbered tokens. Randomly place a numbered token on each hex except for the desert hex. The desert hex is where the robber should be placed to start the game. There are 3 settlement pieces: roads, settlements, and cities. Each player starts with 2 road and 2 settlement pieces that they can place anywhere on the board. Settlements must be placed on empty hexed corners, and roads must be placed on hexed edges. There are 2 types of playing cards: development cards and resource cards. Development cards are used to give players certain advantages, but since this instructional video is geared toward novice players, we will ignore these cards for now. A player wants to collect resource cards to build roads, settlements, and cities. Each type of terrain produces different resources. Hills produce bricks, fields produce grain, pastures produce wool, mountains produce ore, and woods produce lumber. Each player begins their turn by rolling 2 dice. Match the numbers of the dice with the token piece and collect 1 resource card if your settlement is in contact with this hex. Once you've collected your resource cards, you can trade with other players for resources that you need. Once you've acquired resource cards, you are ready to build. This building cost card shows you the resources required to build roads, settlements, and cities. You'll also notice that building settlements or cities earn you points. To win the game, a player needs to earn 10 victory points. A settlement is worth 1 point and a city is worth 2 points. If a player rolls a 7, that player then gets to move the robber to whatever hex he or she desires. This causes 2 things. First, a person gets to steal 1 resource card from any settlement touching the robber's new hex. Second, the hex will be unable to produce new resource cards until another 7 is rolled and the robber is moved. When playing the game, this is what the board may look like. Let's review. It's important for novice game players to remember to collect resources, build settlements, be the fastest to 10 points, and always be aware of the robber. For more information on how to play the Settlements of Catan, check out these resources. And thanks for listening.